Hi guys, Ania is coming.
Okay.
So welcome. We've got like 7 people at the moment, so we're gonna wait a little bit for the latecomers. I'll play some ping drum for the moment.
Hello.
I tried to play the drum, like half an hour ago on the Polish live stream, and like a few hours ago I was cleaning the bottom of the boat, and the barnacles, they're really, really sharp, and I caught one of them and split my finger. So the drum playing ended up with bloody drum. So right now it's only for
Sunday, bloody Sunday.
Sunday, bloody Sunday. So now it's only the yeah, I'm okay, sure, I'm okay. Yeah, but those things are actually, it's no big deal this time, but you gotta be careful because the bacterial flora of the underwater stuff is something that our bodies are not used to. So Ian Hamilton, oh my God! No more kids. No. We've talked about it last few months, and we decided for the moment to close the factory, right? Although I have to admit, because I think it was a split decision because Anya kind of was wavering on the border of having a third one. I wanted a third one more, but then I said, you know what? I don't want just a third one. I want a third one and a fourth one because I want them to grow up together.
Exactly.
Because by the time they're born, Julian's going to be at least 5, and Kuba is going to be at least almost 7. So anyway,
yeah, it will be like and
the
then
factory, the production line. I don't know what you call it.
His factory. En español. En español no es muy bueno. Pero hablo español un poco. No battery.
No
battery.
Hold on. We don't want to screw this one up.
But we practice Spanish a little bit. And then some time ago, I just flew with, oh my God, I just got the Iberia Airlines. Yes. And then when I just took my seat and heard the Spanish voices around me, I was, oh my gosh, I love this language so much. So I need to just come back and learn English. Okay, my hometown. No, Lublin. Okay.
Hi, Tomek from Lublin.
Hi. We just 1 hour ago we just got in Polish live for our friends from Poland. So Tomek, if you want to just, you can of course join us now, or there's actually now you can watch the video.
Yeah, but of course it's not going to be interactive. So if you understand English, stay here.
Yes, please. Okay. Maybe we're gonna
are we doing the same thing? Once we reach 30, we start?
Yes,
or did we already start?
And then some sun rays come here to our room.
Sunset.
Sun rays.
Oh, yeah. I meant sun rays.
Sun rays. Sunrise.
Hi, Luke Lama from USA.
So this is like we decided with our Polish followers that it's like a new routine of our lives meeting. Then Bartek is starting with a hang drum or other drums, or maybe some next time some ukulele or guitar.
And that's Anya, because I can't play that for.
I can finish with the guitar.
25. Oh, wait, we're falling. What just happened?
Hi, George. Hi.
Oh, George is here. Oh.
It's been a long time since we. It was like a trip.
Hi, Ian.
Your connection is unstable.
Uh-oh.
I think.
Why would it be? Where's my phone?
I don't know. Let's see. Because Bartek sometimes switch the Wi-Fi. Let's see.
You're way too fast for this computer.
No, it's your.
Okay, 26. We're going up.
Okay. One is unstable. Can you hear us well? Just please tell us if it's the video and the audio is fine, because we didn't have any connection, and we still got this fast internet on Google Mobile. Yeah, everything's fine here. Good. It's good. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, good. So maybe it was just a momentary thing.
Probably. Sometimes it switches to other Wi-Fi, and then it's like, it gets in trouble. The kids actually, Julian is drawing something in the cockpit.
And Kuba, for the first time in a long time, he's not feeling very good.
He feels
so he went to bed and he's just lied down, and we put some.
I don't know. He's got a little bit of fever.
We put some essential oils into his ionizer. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Okay,
anyway, guys. Okay, so yeah, we just don't get sick very often, but it's like sometimes it's just one evening.
It's no big deal. It's usually one evening and it's done deal.
Yeah,
so we're not too worried.
Yeah.
Shame about our comments. Yeah.
So this is
about our comments.
Yeah, because this is what we were talking about our previous meeting while in Polish about what is our plan B to do it.
Well, plan B is already there because we have all the movies that we post are also on our own website on sailoceans.com. So if you go there and if you watch from there, you can leave comments there, and we are actually in control of that, obviously, because it's our domain and our server, so nobody can take that away from us. So if I can encourage you to do that, that'd be great, because this way we can not only see your comments, but we can actually respond. So that would be really cool.
We don't know if they give it back, our comments.
We have no idea.
But it's like at the moment they are. I think they just
they're introducing some new policies.
New policy, but still, the problem is that we got kids on our channel, and there are many issues and things and words that we cannot say in our videos because we got kids next to us. So even if the comments are gonna be back on our channel, it still makes us really a lot of trouble. For example, for while editing job or our travel, when we go to, for example, Rum Distillery, like we did in Grenada or Martinique, and we made really amazing video of the amazing garden at the plantation of the and Rum Distillery. We cannot probably release that because we cannot publish any rum, the word rum, or a bottle of rum in our videos. This is insane. And I wouldn't even mention about speaking about other not things here. So it's crazy. So our plan B is that we are working on other project and only for adults. And maybe you're gonna talk about some details of that.
Andreas, schöner, guten Abend.
Guten Abend.
So good to sehen. This is my really good friend from my recent escapade to Czech Republic to spend 3 weeks in the tantric emotional de-armoring workshop, which is, if any one of you guys want to know what it is, I'll speak more about. But other than that, I'll just leave it at that for the moment.
So please tell about our plans about this other channel that we want to come
so the idea is Fabienne heard the channel. No, why is that an offense? I think her beauty and my beauty and your beauty, the yogurt, is for all of us to enjoy.
We're not big
for the whole
drinkers.
humanity.
We're not a big of rum lovers, but sometimes it's like it's like a beautiful place, and the history, and especially the place, and the rum is also really good. For example, I'm just going to edit really soon the video of a rum distillery in Grenada, and it turns out they got the best rum ever because this is the ingredients of the rum consist only organic, and it's not possible to have any hangover the very next day. And
I'm sure it's possible.
You think so? Maybe
I don't drink, so I don't know. But
when you drink a lot and don't drink water, next day. So that's why they don't export the rum. So it's like funny.
Plans. So the idea is that we're going to separate the talk about relations, sexuality, life, meditation, and all that stuff away from our sailing family channel. And this way we can basically mark that channel as adults only and not have kids in movies. And this way, hopefully, we won't get banned. And we can actually continue talking about stuff that is really important to us. And I think it's very important to everybody, quite frankly. The relations between especially the relations between female and male, and in general, not just ours. But that's the stuff we've been working on for the last, I'd say, 8 years, 7-8 years, via Tantra meditation, various routes. We've been to many different schools, to many different people. We're not hung up on any single person or any single school of thought, so we're quite versatile in that approach. And,
yes, even in Saint Lucia's, our first channel, we want to bring awareness to our daily life, daily routine. What we feel, what we do, what we eat, how we feel, how we interact with others, in our relationship with friends and our loved ones. So then we want to go deeper, plus and add, for example, sexuality to that point, but we cannot do it in the Saint Lucia's. So the way we thought that we're gonna just came up with another channel.
Yeah, somehow.
We didn't want to do the channel about only the sexuality, but about this awareness to bring it to our daily life. For access, like for example, you don't need to just live on a boat to be, to bring your awareness, but even when you are every day with your friends and with your kids, with your own. So we just want to just bring this awareness.
And raise the awareness and raise the consciousness too, because at any time in your life, it's awesome when you can actually be a lot more conscious and not follow some programs or somebody else's ideas about what you should or shouldn't do, but rather actually feel into yourself and follow that.
Yeah. So this is the plan for next month. Months. Yeah. So we're gonna work on that for next few weeks, and we're gonna introduce it. I don't know where, in New York. In New York.
My
tongue is really tough today.
We can do it. We can do it in New York. It's okay.
Can you post our address?
You mean
Christmas is coming? Yeah, Christmas is coming. And the Santa is coming to visit us.
First of all, hi to Tom from Syracuse.
We've been way too naughty to get some Christmas gifts.
Yeah, we've been too naughty. We're actually our life is like Christmas most of the time. So.
And now it turned out.
Can we post our own address? You mean the mailing address, like a physical mailing address? Ian.
Tom, I'd love to hear more about
the relations, about the love universe kind of idea.
This has got something to do with what? Yeah, New Year. It's like a New Year resolution.
Yeah. It's a New Year resolution.
It's been we've been like thinking of that and feeling what to do and what to introduce to you for the last few months. We've been to a few Tantra workshops for the last few months.
Not just few months. We've been to Tantra workshops for years.
To get it more intense, and then thinking about the new project.
Mm-hmm.
Because before we've been working mainly on ourselves. Bartek has been doing his job. I've been doing my job, and now it's time to just we work together, collaborate, work together, and then make something always for you. Not to be like it's not gonna be advanced, and you don't need to be a tantra, a tantra lover or something
tantra ninja master. Tantra ninja masters.
So it's like for a normal human being, how to just feel good with yourself, how to just feel yourself. What do I want? What I really need in my life? How can I be myself every day? not to pretend anything, just feel good, and release everything, our emotional body, and yeah. So it's a lot of things.
Greg from Patreon. Hi, Greg.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, man. So this thing is big for us. It's been for us. It's been quite a journey. Not just on a boat, but in life. We've known each other with Ania for about 10 years now.
Exactly.
And about 2 years into our relationship. Thank you, Tom.
It's been a long
I'm sure you're beautiful too. It's only a matter of looking deep enough, and everybody's beautiful. Thank you, Tom.
I got to swim with sharks.
Correct.
Why?
You did. You did get to swim with sharks.
Yeah. You got a few times. Yeah, and we want to go back to Bahamas next year. And the Bahamas are full of sharks. So I need to get ready.
Sharks are there every day, basically. You get used to them.
But here underneath our boat, there's a big barracuda, and the fish comes back every few days, and the fish waits to be hunted.
Co, Kubuniu?
O, Kuba jest...
Kuba się loszy.
Co jest Kubuniu?
Co chciał? Jak mogę ci pomóc?
Co się ko mnie położy tutaj?
Jest cały.
Co jesteś? To ja... poczekaj. Okay, I'm gonna just take care of Kuba for a second.
Okay, cool.
Bartek, take care of you.
Kuba is not feeling very well. Okay, so usual thing, yeah, poor Kuba. It doesn't happen very often, and if it does, I'm pretty sure he's going to be just fine tomorrow. We use essential oils a lot for curing a lot of things, and sometimes it's just a matter of speaking to them and identifying what is the emotional stress that they had within the last few days that they reacted to. There is some construct that kids, biologically speaking, are programmed to take on any kind of an issue that parents have in their life, in order to protect them, because biologically the child knows that if the parents don't survive, then he's not going to survive either. So there's this way of meditating with your kid to basically identify. First, we talk to each other. We identify what's the problem. Like, for example, when maybe we had a fight 2 days ago, and he reacted to it.
Or we've been busy.
Or we've been really busy, and we didn't really pay attention to them very much,
Enough time for
them. So we talk to them and tell them, hey, listen, we identify what the problem is. This is the problem. We found a solution. We're adults. It's okay. Thank you very much for taking it upon yourself, and we love you, and that's it. And we leave it at that. And more often than not, this works. And you talk to a kid that's actually sleeping. This is the craziest part, and it works.
But now it was really easy because Kuba wanted a little bit of chocolate to feel better.
Oh.
It's fine. So I just give him a little bit of chocolate, and he's fine. He's gonna be fine. Yeah, something's funny. Yeah. So
natural, yes, Lama. Natural is everything for us. We as civilization have distanced ourselves from anything natural so far that we no longer feel what natural is, and that includes our bodies. We no longer feel what really feels right. We're so programmed heavily, and mind is the king. Seems the motto of our civilization, which means that even though mind's supposed to be one of the tools that you use, that your being can use, meaning you can also feel into things emotionally and actually not discount that, and actually understand what your body is telling you to as well. If you quiet down your mind, if you meditate and quiet down your mind a little bit, mind is like a big screaming machine that's really noisy, and if you manage to quiet it down a little bit, then you hear the whisper of your body, what your body is telling you, and it's absolutely amazing. You can find out a lot of things. So that's the kind of stuff that we want to share on Love Universe on our other channel.
Mother Nature. I was just playing.
Yes. It's so funny. Right in between the two lives. Yeah, Ania was playing Pachamama.
You remember the song at the end of our videos?
At the end of every video.
So this is the song.
She plays it.
You want to lay down here? Chcesz się położyć tutaj?
Kuba is joining us.
Yes, he's gonna lay down next to us. Okay.
Okay.
He's here.
Okay. So Kuba is happy.
Let's take some blanket.
Okay, guys. In the meantime, if you got some questions, shoot.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because we're.
Maybe about
Can you
our
post a
plans
wedding
for
photo? I
next-
would love to see Bartek with hair.
Oh, wedding photo? Yeah. Magic.
What are your
What
what are our
magic?
thoughts on magic mushrooms?
Magic.
They're magic. What can I say?
Yeah.
I haven't tried them, so
Mm.
don't know.
Mm.
Yes.
Somebody. Yes. We,
Am I still a pilot? Yes, I am still a pilot. No, actually, no, I'm not still. I've never been a pilot. I've been a human being all along. That only works as a pilot every once in a while. Try that one. So yes, this is one of my acting jobs. About a week. Yeah, I would say average about 9 days a month. Out of the month, I act as a pilot, but otherwise I'm a human being.
For those who are our followers on Instagram, Facebook, or our Love Boat group on Facebook, you probably know that Bartek has been out for last 5 weeks.
I have never left my family or
Exactly.
my boat for that long. The longest I have ever left them was, I think, 3 weeks. And this time I left them for almost 6 weeks. I almost forget what they smell like, what they feel like, what they look like. It's crazy. I will never do that again if I can help it. It was insane.
But it was really busy here without you. Just imagine we've been here in one place for 6 weeks already, 6 weeks, and so many Polish people were coming here and visiting us. It was like crazy few weeks, like a lot of entertainment, exactly. And then I was editing, I think, 8 episodes. I wanted to catch up as soon as I can, just to show you the Suriname and all the stories, more than being here in the Caribbean and the Grenadines and Saint Lucia. So after the episode, I'm gonna upload to our patrons tonight. There's gonna be preparation, like a few episodes of preparation of our sailing to Suriname, and then sailing to Suriname and Suriname. So yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun for you. But some of them is gonna be in Polish. Yeah, so sorry guys.
Lud Lama, if I would never leave Ania, I never leave Ania. I only physically leave her. Otherwise, I don't leave her.
Will you ever be able to comment on our channel?
Yes, that's the big thing. We don't know. We talked in the beginning. We invite you to please comment on every movie is on our sailoceans.com, on our www. So please go to our www and you can watch the movie there and you can comment underneath. And that's under our control. That's on our own server. Nobody can touch it. Not neurotic management from YouTube, and not any other neurotic management or any other human.
But always the personal messages straight to our email or like a messenger.
No, but I mean, if
really
we want to keep the idea of the community, and have others see others' comments, that's the greatest. That's the greatest way.
What we did, a few months ago, what we did for our patrons, we just we came up with the idea of the Love Boat group. There's a group on Facebook, and there's a place where we publish an extra videos and picture, some of them more naughty, and this one that I needed to cut off from the videos that are on YouTube, because we just cursing or make something that YouTube wouldn't be like. Yeah.
Lud Lama, if you want to be Patreon, we will obviously appreciate it. It's we don't need money to lead the life that we lead. That's not the point. The reason we are even on Patreon or Patronite or we accept donations through PayPal is because there is fortunately growing number of people who think that what we put out is useful for them and something that they look forward to having in their life. And they simply want to graciously offer have a way to be to somehow pay back. And the easiest way to pay back with energy, we obviously spend a lot of time and energy to produce the content. So the easiest way is to basically donate some money. Money is also a form of energy. You had to work hard to get your money, and so if you're sharing that with us, it's the same as us sharing content with you. So that's the only reason why we're even in this, and we obviously appreciate that. And one of the things that, like Anya said, that we do for people who donate to us or support us some other way, because it doesn't have to be financially, support our production. We set up the Love Boat group on Facebook. I wanted to answer a question from Andreas. What are we doing about homeschooling, and do we have any plans? Yes, we have Kasia, our good friend, who's sailing with us for now a year and a half, and she's a former kindergarten teacher and also a certified translator of French and English, and she is Polish, and she's also a sailor, so she's appreciating this as well, this opportunity. We're obviously appreciating her a lot, and we're basically like a close family at this point. And she is mostly she is in charge of homeschooling the kids. So she spends at least an hour a day doing some program with English and a little bit of math right now. Obviously, the kids are not even school age at this point.
It's like
it's basically a preschool level. It's very kind of a loose format, nothing very serious, but they're already very interested, and they
so they do have every day. They do have English classes.
Yes,
so it's like about
Mama.
math,
That's exactly.
And it's not a learning language, but it's like a preschool, like a normal school in English.
Yeah, their school is in English.
But they speak Polish, and every day, 1 month after month, they speak English a little bit better. Yeah, because normally we speak Polish at home, so they don't get a lot of motivation to speak English. So, but for example, yesterday it was our friend's daughter here on the boat. They were playing together, and this is the way they can just improve their English skills. Yes, so
Yonat Sopti, you live other people's...
And
I'm sorry.
One more sentence.
Yes?
If you haven't seen, I don't know if you have seen one of the latest episodes, I just made an interview with Kasia about living with us, and it's like more about the things we do with kids and our living abroad, some details of our lives. It's not only about babysitting kids, but more like a summary. It's like a summary of our life together, this 1 year together, so you can watch it later on.
I just posted sailoceans.com, www.sailoceans.com, for those of you who want to go there and comment. Absolutely use that. And there was something I wanted to respond to. Yes, Yonat Sapti, you live other people's dreams. This is why they sustain you. Not only that, I don't want to just live some other people's dreams, because I live my own dream. What I really want in the end of the day, and the reason why we even put this out, is so that we can motivate others to look for their own dreams and follow them, and not to follow the program, the standard narrative that's offered by corporate state in most of Western Europe and especially in North America and all that. So that's the reason. That's really, I mean, for us, the biggest motivation, the biggest payback, the biggest thing that I appreciate the most about this work, about the stuff that we do, is when we have a growing number of messages of people who say something like, hey, I just want to thank you because we just sold our house, we sold this, we bought a RV, and we're going around the world. We have a family like that. Or I simply changed my life a little bit in the city, and I'm actually right now happy with where I am. What I was doing before was not working for me. This wasn't me. This wasn't for me. So this is the stuff that I really care about. I care about people going after what really feels natural for them, something that we as society, as humanity, have lost and large. That's the biggest thing for me. Hi, Magdiczka. Dobry den. Dobry wieczór. Sorry, guys, that's Czech. That's all I know in Czech. Ay. Does Kuba have fever?
Yeah,
a little
yes.
bit. Yeah, nothing big.
It is,
Nothing
but
big.
he doesn't want to take any
He's
medicals.
he's my kind of guy. He doesn't want pharmaceuticals.
He wants some chocolate.
The last time I took something chemical
It's
from
dark.
from a
It's-
pharmaceutical company was probably what 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh my god, I saw this amazing comment here.
Which one?
This country, the best sailing channel. Oh my god.
Yes, thank you so much.
I don't
That's so-
consider us as a sailing channel.
Yeah, I
But
mean it's a live
If we
channel.
are better,
You know?
if we are better than Delos and
That is-
Vagabond, is like
That is probably the biggest compliment.
Yeah.
You know, I can, you know, maybe I shouldn't comment by names, but I can see how we're to in some way are better than La Vagabond because they are going for popularity. So they went into a politics business. You know, they basically want as much popularity as possible. And we're not going for the 51% vote. We're going for the 10% of people who really understand and actually take the most out of what we offer. That's what I care about. I don't care about I can't change the world, but I can probably influence few people here and there and change it that way just by showing our example. Yeah, it is more the lifestyle channel, definitely. Guys, I got an idea. It's getting darker. It's just around sunset. You probably want to see this.
Yes, sunset.
It's beautiful,
Sunset light.
and it's not windy, so
Exactly.
I think we
It's
can
perfect
take you
time.
to the cockpit. I don't know why it's not charging so good,
It's not
but
charging.
anyway, it's
18%.
18%.
Yeah,
I think
it's
we can
ready
survive for a few minutes. So I'll take you outside. Hold on.
Co z mówiłam? Mówiłam.
All right, guys. So, oh my God, it's beautiful. It stopped being windy. This is perfect. This is so awesome. We can do this. We can totally do this.
Yeah, the sunset
So this
over
is our favorite piton. It's 800 meters high, straight off the water. It's crazy. Anya hiked it. I didn't because I'm a wimp.
Maybe let's go to the on the
You want to
roof.
go? You want to go on the roof? All right, let's go on the roof.
Let me see. Let me take it.
No, I got it.
Yeah,
That's right,
got
honey, and I got you.
Okay, watch out. What's the lines?
Yeah, balancing the laptop on the roof of a sailboat. Okay, so, ta-da! You like that one?
The sunset? Yeah.
Short-term crew opportunities? Yes, we do. We still have on and off people on board. We stopped mostly doing the. I mean, we have a few things posted on
regular.
calendar, but you know what seems to be working out lately for us guys is the. Let's see if we can do this. We sit down by the mast.
Nice.
Oh, this is super cool.
Can you
So.
hear? Yeah.
Yeah, and gone to the tied to the laptop, of course. Oh, it's so super stable. It's amazing.
And there's no wind now.
And there's no wind now, surprisingly, because it's been blowing my head off for the last few days when I came back. Yes, we do offer a crew opportunity. We don't post as much typical, calendar. Oh, 2 weeks, we're gonna go down to Grenadines and back, and just really kind of do the tourist thing. But we mostly do right now. If any one of you guys writes us, and wants to come over,
Please email us.
just email us, and we usually kind of like do make sure we'll let you know. It's like, hey, we'll be in Saint Lucia that day or that day.
Or you can
Martinique,
sometimes
and
you
you
can
can
join
fly.
us spontaneously.
Yeah, just totally
okay,
spontaneously.
you know what I'm doing because I'm just enough and I want to just go somewhere and take some sun.
Yeah,
And okay,
yeah.
we're here in Saint Lucia. Okay.
So
No
and
problem.
usually if you just join us and just kind of enjoy our life, this way we don't actually sail every day. We don't do the typical cruise. Then it's usually a lot cheaper than the typical cruise because then obviously we're not running the running costs as much. So you're basically sharing the cost of everyday life here, which is substantially less in that case.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but in April and May, April. Oh my God, April and May. We're gonna be probably in BVI, British Virgin Islands. Probably.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Thank
this is
you.
my plan.
Thank you for letting me know.
Yes, we want to go more north from Saint Lucia, and then I think we're gonna have some Easter sailing trip. So if you are interested, you can always write and email us, or yeah. This is the only way we want to schedule, and we're gonna come back to Suriname in June again. So there's gonna be opportunity to sail with us from Grenadines to or BVI to Suriname, South America.
Yeah, that's a really cool
So,
one. It's a,
Yeah, so it's gonna
if
be
somebody's
really exotic.
if
because-
somebody is really into sailing part of it, then that's really awesome to
But
go.
still, it's like that you can experience some Caribbean vibes, like a Rasta vibes and culture here, amazing, beautiful places, and then you got this Suriname's river and monkeys, and it's crazy.
It's very
Yeah.
it's very
It's exotic.
It's a
really
beautiful.
exotic.
It's an amazing country because it's such a melting pot. It's so demographically diverse. It's got 7 main ethnic groups. Not one of them is a majority. And you know what they do in order to integrate the society? They have, for all the major ethnic group, they have a national day. Every single one of them has that. So if the Japanese day is on, then all the Japanese restaurants are open. Everything else is closed. And if you're too poor to buy a meal in a Japanese restaurant, you'll get fed that day free.
Yeah.
So imagine the you know the and we did one little experiment in that country. One day we would wave to just about anybody we were driving by, and we have not found the person that wouldn't smile and wave back.
Yeah, the people
That
are
was the
really
most
nice.
amazing thing.
You know, maybe comparing to Caribbean, the views are not so beautiful and amazing, but the people are really nice. It's like it's something interesting. That's why what we said, that this mix of Caribbean and then sailing and South America is like a perfect in 2 weeks you can discover really a lot of it.
Of course, we can come to Anguilla.
Anguilla, yeah.
Anguilla is
Or
if we're gonna go to BVI, we can come to Anguilla.
we
no
were
problemo.
planning Antigua because
Just let
we
us
want to
write
start
write us an
kitesurfing.
email. What is
Yeah.
it that you'd like us to see there?
We've
You
been
know,
to Anguilla
we've been to Anguilla once.
yeah,
Yes.
but we've not with our home.
Andreas, du musst hier kommen.
Yeah.
Sofort. Okay, that's my German friend from my tantric workshop, and he's threatening that he's gonna show up here. So I said, stop the threats and just basically materialize here. Bring it on.
Has a subscriber
ever said hello flying on duty? If so, how was the experience? I have not experienced that, but it's gonna be funny if it happens.
Yeah.
You know, I do look different in uniform.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
It's I might
Maybe-
not be so easily recognizable. You know, but then again, you know, everybody here knows that oh my god, low battery.
A low battery.
Oh, that's
Come
okay.
back
We still got
on
9%.
Oh my god, yeah, 9%.
We still got 9%.
We need
It's too bad. We're gonna have to come back inside.
Maybe let's take the
Let's-
It's getting windy. Can
Yeah.
you see our wind generator here? It's turning around. That means it's getting windy.
It's getting windy.
Yeah. Do you have any plans? Okay.
Do I fly big jets? Yes, I consider Boeing 767 a pretty big jet. You know what, guys? Let's go inside.
Look at my hair. Yeah, we're moving around. And it's after sunset.
Okay. We're going. The wind has kicked up and the boat is spinning around right now. Madame?
And it's getting really windy. Tutaj. Aha, musimy być troszkę.
Dobra, chodź. Okay, guys, we're back to our studio. Welcome to. You have an invitation to our bedroom. Take it for what it's worth. All right. How's that? Is that better? Cool. Very nice.
Yes.
Plug in the laptop. We just did. It's plugged in.
in.
Cool. Oh my goodness. You have my respect as parents. You live 100%. Kids will love you more than will grow for all you do now. I hope so. I just want to be the best parent I can be. I have no expectations of what they're gonna do to me in the rest of my life. I just hope they're gonna. To me, the biggest payback is gonna be if they live according to their heart's desire for the rest of their life, and they're actually that way they're gonna remain happy, and that they can recognize whatever is not natural, whatever is not for them, and just gonna go for whatever is their deal.
Oh, we are so lucky. It's been raining. It's raining.
Yeah, it's raining right now. We get lucky. Let me
We
check
saved our
up.
laptop.
We saved our laptop from
Exactly.
demise.
Yes. We're gonna be in Grenada.
Ian, you're gonna be in Grenada?
Yeah, we're gonna be in
January
Grenada.
15th.
We're gonna be in the last week of January.
We might
and,
be. Yeah, we might be in Grenada last week of January. So
and
definitely keep in touch.
And first 2 weeks of February, we should be in Grenada. I really love the island. It's really beautiful.
You know, guys, if we're speaking about parenting, I read this really amazing book called Radical Parenting. If you're parents or parents to be, I highly recommend it. It's not a book just about parenting. It's a book about literally the whole spirituality, mentality, emotionality that goes into being a parent.
Well, Andreas is asking about our plans about Europe. Yes, we definitely.
Yes, we are coming to Europe.
Want to come back. So we got some plans.
Well, let's come back to Andreas in just a second. David McDonald. Yes, you can comment. If you go to www.sailoceans.com, we have every video that's on YouTube. We have it on our website, and underneath you can comment.
Yeah,
and that's our own server. They cannot mess with it. No neurotic management can delete that.
The story is
right?
that in one
So
sentence,
just go there.
the YouTube release a new policy, and when there are kids in the videos, there's really a lot of complications and issues that. So they decided to just cut off the comments to just protect kids, and then there's a story.
Yeah.
So at the moment we're really.
Of course, it's a bunch of BS because the comments. How do the comments prevent pedophiles from appearing on from viewing YouTube? I mean, it's complete nonsense. So anyway.
Yeah, so that's why we want to just come up with the other channel, more like a lifestyle and relationship, and this. We discussed it in the beginning of that live that there's gonna be like a runaway from the YouTube policy.
Bekvia Kitty. Is Bekvia Kitty from Bekvia? Beckway?
Beckway. Okay.
When are we coming back north to BVI? Sometime in the spring we might go to BVI. Yeah. So definitely keep in mind. Yes. Keep in the loop. Okay, let's come back to Andreas. Mein Liebchen Andreas. We are coming back to Europe. I've been diving under the boat today and yesterday, and I have concluded that our deciding factor of whether we have to go to Europe next summer or the summer after that, our anti-fouling paint is doing all right. So we're coming back to Europe in 2021, not in 2020. We're gonna come back, most likely to Poland. We're going to try to make it as early in the season as possible, of course, without killing ourselves in the North Atlantic. So we're probably going to go across the Atlantic sometime at the end of April. So we're looking at Poland at the end of May, and we hope to get things done within about 2 months. Obviously, that usually has 1 month of reserve behind that. So let's say at the worst, end of summer, and then we head down to Mediterranean. We have met with our
followers.
All right, check this one out. This is really cool. So anyway, we're gonna go to the Med for the entire year.
Plus winter.
For 2021 and 2022 until fall, and then we're probably gonna go later somewhere into the rest of the world. Oh, we just stay there. Who knows? I have no idea. We change our plans monthly. But here's a cool story, because I didn't want to go, because the usual route is that you go across the Atlantic to Europe for the summer. You end up there at best, in May, sometimes in June. So by the time you go along the entire Mediterranean, Mediterranean is very, 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 very capricious about the wind. It's not like Atlantic, where if you go high north, you can count on westerly winds. If you go down in the trade winds, you can count on easterly winds. Mediterranean is all over the place. If you look at statistical charts, the chance of a direction is pretty much even from all directions. It's completely nonsense trying to go by pilot charts. So going along the entire Mediterranean takes time, and you can't plan it for I mean, if you get lucky, if you get really good wind, you could easily do it even in like a week on our boat, or less. But if you don't get lucky, it could take a month, if it's really crappy and you don't want to kill yourself, going upwind and that kind of stuff. So bottom line is this: if you want to try to do it in one season, it's a complete overkill, because you're gonna go a month over there. You're gonna spend maybe a month or two tops in Greece or Turkey, which is absolutely not enough to see that area, and that doesn't even touch Israel, Lebanon, Malta. All these places where we have friends and we want to visit. So
Yeah,
here
it's
we
getting
are.
dark here. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's getting dark. Let's see what we
Let's
can
see.
do with that.
Yeah.
Like
This.
does that do anything?
A little bit better.
Let me see if that's going to do anything.
Oh, this one.
The onboard electrician is screwing things up.
Oh, no, I got the sun rays here again.
Okay, I don't know if that's any better, but I hope so. What was the... Okay, so here we are. In end of August, we land in Istanbul for a few days, just for fun. And as we land, we get a message on Instagram that some of our fans are there, natives to Istanbul, and they're inviting us for dinner. So it's like, wow, what the hell? Sure, awesome. So we did that, and as we're talking to them, it turns out that southern Turkey does not get any colder than 20 degrees Celsius. And now all of a sudden, the light bulb goes off in my head, thinking like, wait a minute, we could spend entire winter there, and then the entire spring, and then the entire summer, and have all this time to visit all these places we wanted, and then easily go back to Baleares and to Spain and to Portugal and to Canary Islands, and then head down south, either to Caribbean or down south to Cape Town, and go around the world, something like that. Anything is open at that point. It's nice, and it's awesome because this way it's very relaxing, which is what we want to do. We don't want to race anywhere. We're not in the business of setting records, even though we've been pretty good at it sometimes. Not to brag, right? But I am bragging. What was the final push to do this full-time as a full-time lifestyle? Me?
Yeah. Yeah, we still need some money at
No.
the end of the day.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So it's getting late, and I want time with Fabienne. Yes, please.
Sananga.
Yes,
I
please.
did it last night.
Yes, we did the last 3 days.
Yes.
Please kiss Fabienne from us, and speak to you soon.
Yeah.
Any more children?
No.
Not at the moment, no. It's funny. We spoke about
What's
that.
our biggest worry?
What is
we
our
don't
biggest
have any.
worry?
We don't have any.
No.
Sometimes it's really difficult to choose.
It's funny. It's a very relieving thought if you meditate yourself into a state in which you can experience some other idea about life that does not involve a boat, that you could also be happy in. Then all of a sudden you no longer are so clued into what you're into right now, and that's really simple.
we try not to produce worries, and this is what I try to explain about it, because I told him that when he's out, I just don't go to engine room, and then nothing break.
And it's true.
So
I go there and something breaks.
And then like a few days ago, it was like a
bye, Shati.
It was like a nice, funny story. But we were all busy. It was during the day. I was editing a video, and then it was like I was choosing a video to our latest episode, and then it was in one moment that I just looked up, and then just saw through the window, and then I noticed just a boat just coming just straight to our boat, like ready to hit our boat, and it was like so I started to run to the bow and started to scream to wake up the captain, and it was like 1 second after I would just look it up, it would be like a big crash, because I think they drifted with a mooring. So it was like an intuition.
I think there's
and
a lot
universe
honey,
support.
I think there's a lot more people that have a big crush on you.
Big crash.
Yeah.
Big crash.
It wasn't just him.
Yeah. So we try not to just concentrate on worries, because if we, it's like it's all about as well. It's about the being with kids on a boat. We just follow the safety things on the boat and just stick after them. But we just don't focus on the things that could happen here on the boat. But being even in the land life, it is the same. You can go just through the street and something can happen to you. But it's like we just don't concentrate on it. We try just follow things that we do, and we are quite reasonable people. And then so I think
there is the latest quantum physics. If you go into a unified field of information, we actually resonate. Our limbic system actually resonates with what we're thinking, so it actually produces those events in our life. So if you worry about stuff, you're going to bring that stuff to your life eventually. If you worry long enough and deep enough, it's going to happen. Conversely, if your entire being is resonating with something happy, something that you want to happen, and not worry not to happen, that's the key, then this thing is going to show up in your life just as well. I dreamt about the boat for 20 years. I never had a moment in life that I worried that it's not going to happen. And it has happened. Even though for the 18 out of those 20 years, I had no idea how they're going to pull this off, mainly financially, obviously, because I couldn't afford a freaking winch on this boat, not to mention the rest of it, for the most part of my life until then. But it has happened. And, there's been quite a few points at which I think something not too far from miraculous happened for us to make this happen. So sometimes there's a point at which you just have to go for it and not just hope for the best, but believe that the best is happening.
Yeah.
And it's going to happen.
Yes, George, you're right. Lots of things can happen to you on land or whatever. But we were talking yesterday during the breakfast that if something would happen to us, to our kids, it would be like a big drama about it. It's all about that we took our kids to the boat life. And
everything would be blamed for the fact that we took the kids out of the system and we put them on the boat, and whatever happens to them at this point, it's completely it's going to get blamed on us.
Yeah. Do we ever come to US? Yeah, Bartek.
Yeah. I think the question is about. I'm not sure. Lama, is it about the boat or is it about us personally? I mean, obviously we come with a boat, but sometimes we come personally without the boat.
Did we manage to clean up after the gingerbread cake catastrophe?
Oh, that was so funny! I loved it.
Unfortunately, I lost my dress because it was impossible. Just
honey, I love it when you lose your dress.
But for those who are on our Love Boat group, I posted a video without this sensor beep beep beep. So it was really funny.
Wait, we gotta clean up this. There's a suggestion to clean up the camera lens. Hold on.
You think so?
How's that? Is it better? I don't know. I don't know what to think about this.
No, maybe some bad connection, Wi-Fi, but we still have a fast data here in our mobile phone. Yeah, so we clean up. Yeah, so it is in our latest episode. I think you just hide some light.
I did for the purpose of not shining straight into the screen.
Okay,
I think this is enough. I think this is good.
Boys are learning more here than a classroom will give them. Yeah, I think this is true. So, maybe it's like hard to say because, for example, maybe it's hard to compare, but just many issues and factors
my favorite example of, well, first of all, they learn all the time about different things. Physics in reality, biology in reality. All that stuff comes to play. But my biggest point about teaching anything kids is you really don't have to teach them. You have to let them learn because they are innately interesting in everything. But they direct their attention to this and that and that. And the point is not to try to redirect them to something that you think they should be learning right now, but let them learn what they want to learn at that point. My entire family, including Ania's family, was up in arms about a year ago that Kuba cannot even count to 10. I was like, shut up, chill,
And it's
chill.
all about
It's-
this bold life.
Yeah, it's definitely the boat life. All the kids in school here, already can count to not just 10, but a lot more,
They
right?
can sing.
And
blah, blah, blah.
they can sing and they can do that. You know what? But he can do a lot of other things, and so what? I don't care.
He could,
And,
he can,
And I am sure one day he's gonna be quite happy about counting just as well if he needs it.
yeah, exactly.
And sure enough,
But
3 or
now
4
he got
months
so
later,
many-
just check it out. 3 or 4
Oh.
months later, Kuba, we're somewhere on the way. We're sailing, and Kuba comes over and he goes, "Hey, Daddy, can I turn the boat?" And because he sees me with my remote control for the autopilot, right? And I said, "Sure, Kuba, of course. You can. In fact, right now we need to turn about 10 degrees right. So why don't you press this button 10 times?" And he's looking at me. It's like 2 light bulbs all of a sudden lit up. It's like, so that's what math is for.
Exactly.
And guess what? Right now, we've had a situation where he would come into me, and as a play, he would ask if he can play with a math book, with a math book, exercise book. You get this?
Mm.
I mean, it's to me that is absolutely no way to, the best way to teach the kids, to let them learn on their own
Yeah,
what
and
they
now,
want to
now
learn.
they started to catch, to just catch some fish. So it's like a new skill on the way, a new quality in our life. Just imagine they catching fish for dinner. It would be crazy. Yeah. Oh, Kuba's here talking about Kuba's.
Kuba,
Just Kuba.
jak tam kutuniu?
Both of them are here. I thought it's time to say goodbye. I think so. Oh, it's Julian.
Ojoj.
This is Julian.
Nie wchodź tam, nie wchodź w kamerę.
Yeah.
George, in life I have found that as long as sensible precautions are taken, if you don't take any risks, then you'll never get any
Exactly.
benefits. Exactly, absolutely. I mean, you gotta be sane in what you're doing. Don't put your head on a chopping block. But on the other hand, the only way you're gonna grow is to get out of your comfort zone. Because by definition, comfort zone is something you already know. So you cannot ever find out anything new unless you leave the comfort zone. That's the whole idea. And we left the comfort zone many, many times to get where we are. And sure, it wasn't that simple.
I need to go. Guys, I need to go. I leave you with Bartek.
Okay.
I need to take care of Kuba. It's getting worse.
Ojoj.
Yeah.
Huge.
Big kiss. And thank you. Thank you for your time.
Okay, guys. I can talk about this, forever and ever, but yeah, basically that's what it's. Clementinka, so nice to see you here. Mwah. Love you. Another friend from our tantric workshop about emotional de-armoring of your body. This is a crazy, crazy subject. Lama, don't worry. I'll tell Anya that you said bye. So where are we? We are in Saint Lucia between the pitons. Are you actually, Kitty, are you from Backway? Oh, Bartek's chest. Yeah, you know what? I don't know how many of you saw that, but I took off the shirt because I wanted to go after the suggestion of cleaning the screen and the camera, and I didn't have anything handy, so I just took off my shirt and did that. Oh well. Does anybody want me to put my t-shirt back on? Let me know. I'll happily do that. Guys, oh, thank you, Jan Sopti. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but thank you from the best wishes from Romania. All the best to you too. Magdichka, you just love to be naked. Yes, it's true. It's true. It's the most natural state we can be in. It's the most, and this is the way we learn to accept ourselves as we are, in their entirety. And this is the way we also don't hide anything at all. So that's how we kind of think about it. How do you ensure the protection of your family should you be bored in the middle of the night? We avoid places that seem and feel not right, and it's been working for us. We have few precautions, but I'd rather not share them here because the element of surprise works well. So I'd rather not make them public. Okay. What's the top speed you ever had? Wow. All right, guys. How about a contest? A little contest, competition. Who? I don't know. Let's think about it. Who guesses the closest? Who makes the closest guess to what was our top speed ever on GPS? Get a gift from us sent via normal mail. How's that? Anybody? Take a shot. David McDonald, take a shot. What was the top speed? Oh, come on, not 46. That's, it's still a family cruising boat. 46 knots, you mean? Or 46 kilometers an hour? Oh, David, 95 kilometers an hour. No, totally no. Uh-oh. Guys, I can tell you in secret that a lady is beating the hell out of you right now. She is so damn close to it. But she's cheating a little bit too because I think she knows it from me. Okay. All right, we've got 46, we got 12, we got 95 kilometers an hour, we got 26 knots, 13 knots, 23 knots, 29 knots, 18 knots. Saludos desde Argentina, saludos desde Santa Lucia. Hola, Fabricio. Okay, anybody else? Going for the Simon 18 knots, the Lut Lama 14 knots. All right, guys, going once. Going twice. Going thrice. That's it. I would say I will have 2 gifts because I don't know if the person who is the closest did not have inside information here. So I will take the risk and basically make it 2 gifts. On the other hand, the next closest person would be 7. Oh yeah, our friend from Romania. Sopti. Is it Soptea? Ionat Soptea? I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. But please contact me on email and send me your physical address in Romania. And Magdichka, I know what your address is. So I know how to find you. So the answer is 26.7 knots. Ever. Fastest ever. It was in the middle of the night. Not a single light in the sky. Not a single light at sea. It was in the North Sea. It was blowing 45 knots. I was sitting inside. The boat was doing insane on its own on the autopilot, and I was scared less. Very scared. Pants full. I had no idea how to. I had no idea how to slow this boat down at that point. I was just learning. Now I know this boat can sail very well at that wind on bare mast. So, any case, yeah, 26.7 is scary fast for a family boat. I don't know, but I think there is a possibility that we have the fastest sailboat in the world with a washer dryer, and a dishwasher on board. I'd love to check that one. Oh my god. No, 23 is close, David. It's pretty damn good. Nope, not 19.5, Richard. It was 26.7. All right, guys. Any questions? Any last questions? Last few minutes. Because it's been over an hour. Oh yeah, I wanted to say a few things, a few administrative things. First of all, I want to remind you again, for those of you who haven't heard it, is that if you want to leave comments, all of our movies are on www.sailoceans.com, and you can leave comments underneath, and they are under our control. It's our server, our website. Nobody can mess with it. No neurotic management in any country can mess with it. Okay, so you are most welcome to go there and comment, and we will answer. All right, so please go there. The other one is the whole thing about Patreon and Patronite and PayPal and the Love Boat group. We have a Love Boat group on Facebook, which is a closed group for people who we appreciate for helping us to make this effort real. Not the life, because the life we can totally afford on our own, but to create the content. It does take a lot of energy, especially Ania's energy for editing, but for me to provide all this platform for this to make it happen. So whenever you feel like you are getting something out of this content that you can take into your life and you appreciate that, our Patreon and donations are a way for you to channel your appreciation. That's all there is to it. It's an energy exchange. We spend our energy to create content. You spend energy to make your money, and this way you can transfer some of your energy for the energy we gave you in the content. That's all that is. We do not need any money to live the life we live. We're fine. We're perfectly fine. So, having said that, Loveboat group is for the people who are somehow sharing in this effort, and it doesn't have to be financially, because we have people in that group as well who have helped us with different things with the boat or with media or something like that, and we do that when we give them. And the Loveboat group is for the idea is that it's for adults, and we can speak free in there about anything, and we can post pictures that are not necessarily censored, and this is our life. We go, we don't have to censor our life as we do on YouTube. That's the whole point. All your content is taken by me. I love it. Will we have Christmas tree on the boat? No. You know what we do? We put Christmas tree lights on our mast, and we put gifts under the mast. That's what we've been doing so far. If you want to Patreon, yes, please come over. Absolutely, Lama. Please do this again live soon. Of course we'll do. Yes, you can always write us, and you can always write us anytime with questions that you may have, and we may choose to do a live about some specific issue, some specific thing. Magdichka, the book was called Radical Parenting, and I think it is Brad Blanton. I think it is. It sounds familiar, but I will double check. What kind of anchor do I have? Delta, 35 kilograms or 70 something pounds. It seems to be good. For 90% of applications, it works very well. It's a little oversized, but I like oversized anchors. I will know, Lama, that you will watch us. I already know. Santa will come. No, the kids know that there is no Santa, so there is no point for Santa to come. But we still make it a little bit. We tell them that we'll do a fairy tale thing and let them enjoy the fact that the gifts all of a sudden show up under the mast. So. All right. Let's see. It's 5 p.m. in the US. It is 11:08 in Europe. 10:08 p.m. in UK. It's getting late, guys. And I want to talk to Kuba about whatever has upset his body. Yes, of course, Santa is commercial. We have done away with most holidays. We consider our entire life as a holiday. Every day is sacred for us. It really is, honestly. Especially every day with kids is sacred. And every day with Ania is sacred. Yeah. Very well, my dear people. I love having you here. If you have any other quick questions. Next time you decide to visit Beckway, ask for Captain Nicky Hazel. Sure, I will. Tell him I spoke to you and he will show you a great time. Sure, we'll do that. Thank you very much, Beckway Kitty. Living the life. Yes, yes. This is the kind of life I always wanted. There is no Santa? OMG, yeah. It was beautiful to see you, Magdička, as well. Děkuji. Dobranoc. I don't know how is good night in Romanian, but I can say good night, guten Nacht, bonne nuit, mm, Merry Christmas to you guys too. Do I fly a lot still? Sometimes, it depends. But most of the time I fly under my normal schedule. I have an option to fly less than normal, and I often give away my trips. So I end up flying, I would say, like I said, about on average, if we look at the entire year combined, I would say on average is about 9 days a month, give or take, which is not a full schedule. Some don't go around media telling everybody that pilots don't work at all, because I choose not to work, to spend time with kids and with Anya, because I know I cannot buy the time back ever for any amount of money. So I make whatever money we need to live this life, and that is it. And then I go home. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you. Yes, of course, David. It's we can actually, surprisingly, normal everyday life on a boat is a lot cheaper than living in a system in Western society. We will try to catch some fish. We'll let you know. Okay, guys. I wish you all happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. I'm not sure what else comes anytime soon. We love you. We love having you here. We love seeing that some of you guys are really shifting things around in your lives permanently. Not just getting excited for the moment, but actually working to make some changes that will work for you, not for everybody around. Because you cannot make somebody happy unless you are happy first. You think it's egoistic? I don't care. Love you. Good night.